Guys, before this starts, I've got to get this off my chest. I made the mistake of putting on Dumb and Dumber 2.
It's awful.
Oh my gosh.
It makes me wish the first one didn't exist.
It ruins it for me. I can't go back. And I love Dumb and Dumber. Like, that was a movie that I watched and could watch and can watch. And that Dumb and Dumber 2 is bad. So bad. I'm mad at him. I'm mad at Jim Carrey, just to be honest with you. But he's a weirdo. Anyway,
Yeah.
I had to
He
get
gave that girl herpes.
Which one?
And she killed herself. His girlfriend that killed herself, ex-girlfriend.
Was that because of herpes?
Dude, this was a court release like text. The brother tried to sue him. She was like, he broke up with me, but now you gave me herpes. And he was like, nah, let's stay apart. And she killed herself.
Awful. ATGNAT rundown. Got Tim, got Jay with me. Tim, how's it going? Tim, there's no light in your room. Why are you dark?
I can't. I'm sorry. I'll have to buy a light. I have to buy one of those cool, one of your podcast lights where it's like a makeup thing and it just shines.
Yeah, I borrowed my wife's makeup light right here, and I use it all the time.
It's a good call. I'm just in the shadows.
Yeah, cut the filter on your phone. Maybe that'll help. Don't they have filters for that?
He's on a computer. He's not. You're the only one on the phone.
Oh, that's why my picture looks so good.
Like Tim's got a setup. He's got a background. He's got a mic. He's got, he can hear.
Well, I'm sorry. When you're in East Quebec, you just don't have these luxuries.
The Quebecers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what we got up here in East Quebec.
How you been, Jay?
Been good. Been good. Just rolling along, baby.
I guess now's a good time to tell you I warmed Boz up earlier this afternoon with a show.
That's gross.
Now I'm warming you guys up with a show because we've
got the warm up I'm accustomed to from you.
We've got to get the warm up because October's coming. We've got to start with these horror movies, guys.
Okay, well, the ones I got selected last year, somebody needs to do better for old J-Bo here. I'm in, but yeah, I look forward to that. It'll be fun.
I think we do all shot on video, homemade horror movies this year.
Ooh,
it would probably be great.
That would be pretty cool.
It would probably be awesome. Lou Ferrigno just came out with, he's in a horror.
Jay, he's in a horror movie?
Yeah.
He can't hear.
The Hermit.
Can we go back to you warming me up again? Like what?
No, edit. Okay. Here we go. So rolling right into it, guys. First topic. What is the worst insult that you could call somebody or that you could be called that would affect them or you the most? What is the worst insult you can give a human being?
It would depend. I need to know the circumstances. Because an insult in one context ain't going to hurt as bad as an insult in another context.
Yeah, are your emotions involved in this, or is
yes, absolutely. You want to destroy someone, so you got to hit them with an insult.
Coward, you're a coward. That's my biggest. That I would be insulted the most.
You want to fight if somebody called you a coward?
Oh yes, 100%.
So that would be like water off a duck's back to me. What about you, Tim?
It would have to be something personal for every specific person. Like if I know that you're 45 and you're running the cashier at Popeyes, that's immediately my go-to. Like, oh, hey, buddy, that's great. You can take money at Popeyes. And that's about as cold as I can get, especially if it's in front of like their family or people, because they probably can't. It's one of those things where they're just trying to make money. They know it sucks, and I went there anyway. Like, I'm better than you because of what you do for a living. It's pretty brutal.
I'm trying to put myself back in the position where I used to get pissed off all the time when somebody would say something. I don't know if it's an insult for me as much as like somebody just being like all nonchalant, trying to talk over you when you're in a setting and they're being like a damn jerk, and oh yeah, this guy don't know. You want to grab them and kill them. So it'd be something like that. Like if somebody was to call me a fat, bald-headed, I wouldn't care. I mean, I know that's true. I'm still beautiful.
The last time I got mad at somebody for saying something to me, it was because it was a boss and they did the "if I were you" leading up into it. And man, that just pissed me off. Like, oh no. They did the "if it were me." If it were me, I'd do, like, just tell me to do it. Like, just tell me what you think should be done. You don't have to do your leadership. You know, if it were me, well, it's me. Just tell me what you know, please. I got so pissed.
Hey, gesture, like body language gestures set me off too. Like, not that one. I mean, and not even like the bird, but like in a confrontation with a person, if they're like using their arms,
Yeah.
I get in. I mean, I don't know. It runs my blood pressure up. So yeah,
It confuses
really
him
good
because there's
question.
too much to focus on. He gets just
Or like
frustrated and mad.
The pointing of the finger, like, and them getting closer to me, that sets me off.
What's the most aggressive place someone could put their finger? Is it your forehead or your nose? What's going to make you immediately?
Man. If somebody put their damn finger on my forehead, I'm fighting.
It's both, though, but which is worse? Because nose is almost like awkward. Like it's like
most people go for the chest.
Yeah, I think chest might be worse than nose or forehead, because if somebody put their finger on my forehead or nose, I would laugh a little bit.
No,
because giving me the business on the chest.
It gives you the opportunity because you get to do this and like slap it away, and that's an appropriate response. You don't feel like you have
in the movie and then fold them back.
break their wrist. Great question, Ronnie. That's deep. That's deep. Very deep.
Yeah, I thought for sure one of you guys would have said, but edit. I guess you didn't. I guess that wasn't on.
No, it wouldn't. I mean,
what if you get called that after sex?
Oh, okay. I got something.
After sex? What are you talking about?
Then it becomes the biggest compliment ever.
What are you talking about? Somebody calls you a after sex?
Oh yeah, you a big like that's right. Like I would tell you all about it immediately.
Well, that's
right. That's like an awesome thing.
I don't. Yeah, I think it's a compliment for sure.
There's nothing about that. What if somebody called you like a after sex?
Yeah.
I tell that dude to get the out.
Oh,
all right.
I tell you, hey, full disclosure, I used to say this, and it really pissed people off when I was really young and gaming online. Probably have to edit this slang term, but I used to play this certain game, and if we'd win the match, I would call.
Yeah.
And boy, it would set them off. So that was obviously really disrespectful, and I don't even really know what that means. I just know it's a derogatory term.
Well, you go back to AOL Instant Messenger. Tandy had a screen name called.
That's what his name.
He would go on there all the time. This would be the one he would flirt and insult people with.
That's pretty good, Tandy. Touche.
Tim, what's the worst thing you've ever said to somebody online gaming?
I've never gotten mad and tried to trash talk at online gaming. One time I was gaming online, and I did use the phrase from Futurama where Zach Brannigan turns around and he goes, "What are you?" And I thought people would know the line because of it in context. And instead, the party disbanded, and I got banned for a little bit because I got reported for homophobic content, which was not at all what I was going for. But on the other side of that, I mean, that was me getting people mad by accident.
Yeah, the Minecraft community just shit all over you.
Minecraft, please.
Next topic, Korea. A couple approach their Tesla and find this human being their car. Thoughts, Tim?
Obviously, he's putting something in he's a government agent.
Show that again.
I love that they blur out his eyes for privacy. Like,
how did this picture get taken?
I guess it's just, maybe the people walked up and took his picture. From what I can tell,
ground level, I question the integrity of this whole photo.
It was from The Guardian. It says that the husband watched this guy sit there and assault his wife's Tesla until she got back out of the store, and then he walked up and said, "All right, guys, you got to beat it." And the guy, scurried off, but he was just sitting there inserting into the Tesla.
Wonder why the guy just watched it, you think he was waiting on him to finish or something for the Tesla to finish?
People like this, you know, straight to the chair, right? You know, straight death.
Yeah, they need to be put on like a cargo ship. And
Is this North Korea?
South Korea. You
Oh,
know,
I don't know.
They're not putting up with this in North Korea. There's no Teslas there.
Dad. This individual needs to be like on one of those big freight carrying ships from Korea to USA and just gets lost. Probably that'd be.
So what you would say is you'd put him in one of those carriers and then dump the crate off into the water.
Yeah, well, not the crate, just him. I mean, I keep the merchandise, but the individual that's Tesla, he could fit at the bottom of the ocean, I suppose.
So Tim, you're calling this fake. You're calling fake on this whole story.
This is garbage.
All right, I'll come back and say Tim was right if this happens. All right, guys, have you ever seen a man jump out of a boat to body slam an orca?
This is great. Put it on there.
That's good form right there. It's exploding out there.
I know. Where did it go? I touched it.
Oh my God, it's behind him. It's behind him. I just got behind him.
He's up. Woo! Did you get that? He's there.
Yes, we got it. We got it.
Come here.
This poor orca. It's just trying to float up to the boat.
Why does he find? Why does this guy find? This thing could kill him. This thing is in no danger. That is a giant fish.
There's one there.
Those things eat sharks. Why is this guy getting fined? He didn't hit it with a stick or shoot it.
So, is this open? This is not. Yeah, that's in the wild, correct? Like
yes.
Dude just jumped in at SeaWorld.
Well,
Now
I didn't
top of the
know,
aquarium.
you know, I mean, like swimming with dolphins. You know, they have. I mean, I know it could be like you go to wherever and there's dolphins. I didn't know if this was like an orca pod that may be more
Orca pod.
Orca pod. They're pods. I think that's right.
Tim, what does that mean?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Those orca pods.
Well, Google it.
I will.
I'm not Googling anything. Orca pod. No, I'm not Googling that.
I want this in my search history.
I didn't know if they were like more domesticated just because they're around people more often.
Jay's got us. You call a closely knit family group of orcas is an orca pod. He nailed it.
That's not what he meant, though. He meant like an area that's a little.
No,
pod.
he meant like a pod. No. I'm going with Jay. We are the fools.
Boy, don't play me weak like that.
I guess there's dumber things you can do than jumping out there with an orca.
Where would Jay read orca pod?
Dude,
How did he know that?
He just he dug it out of his ass. I guarantee it.
Free
He
Willy.
figured that out of a Tesla.
you dug it out of a Tesla.
Free Willy. It's 100% Free Willy.
Okay, so you really can't get mad at this jerk because he probably was trying to relive a Free Willy moment by body slamming an orca out there.
Well, he was going to play the part of the orca, and he was going to like jump over him
and let the orca touch him.
Yes,
he comes over. Yeah,
make it a better place for
when you dive into this rascal like that. Got to be drunk or high. I mean,
ain't no doubt.
Yeah, that thing weighs a ton.
There's no one on the boat running any interference for this dude swimming with a
killer shark.
Yeah, a very.
Did you see how nice that boat was? They're all on drugs, dude. They're. Can I see it again?
That's a Coke boat.
Can I see it again? I don't want to say that, and then it's just like a minnow.
Hold on, I'll pull it back up for you.
A 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
It can't be it. Yeah, I guess it is.
Damn Gilligan jumping in there. Oh!
Look at that idiot.
Where did it go?
Touched it.
You really can't see the boat.
Thought there was more in it later, so
yeah. So I mean, you can't really see the boat, but you're right. If all those people on one boat, that's definitely coke heads.
Yeah,
drunk heads. Nobody's trying to say, "Hey, you're going to get eat." This dude's doing the Superfly splash off the side of the boat onto an orca. The only good way this story ends is if the orca would have bit him in half.
No, just at the
could
knee,
happen.
like just at the knee, where he has to live through it. Bite
his arm off like that surfboard chick,
Yep.
or was that her leg, or both?
Oh no, she's so hot.
What?
She is. She's a beautiful person.
Okay, you've never. Okay.
She was 6.
She's an adult woman.
There is
What?
one. There is one
Six.
arm. Yeah, she's probably our age now.
This next story is for Blake. He actually wanted to do a show where he talked about this, so he's not here, so we'll talk about it. Why don't we throw all trash into volcanoes? Tim?
Because you would be afraid that whatever pathogens come out of that just turn into volcano ash and they get everywhere. It's in the soil, it's in the atmosphere, it's just spreading all over the place. Because volcanoes do a lot of shit. Like they fertilize land, they supply the air with either oxygen or nitrogen or hydrogen, whichever one of those they do.
Probably
That's
carbon
Big deal.
dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
Yes.
It's just not healthy.
So we just couldn't take bags of trash and throw it in there and let it
It's
melt.
not going to like burn up all the bad stuff. It's just going to turn it into poison gas.
Well, there you go. That's the answer to that.
Well, I don't know how you'd get it there in bulk. How would
Well,
you get it there in bulk?
Garbage truck.
Yeah.
No, in these movies, you see them fly in with all this in a net. They could like fly a helicopter over the top of it with a huge net, drop it over in there.
Yeah. I guess that would be the only way.
Oh, it don't have to be anything like toxic, Tim. It could just be like dirty diapers and like that.
If
Cans.
you burn the diaper stuff, that's going to produce those whatevers.
Flakes.
Yes, that's what the scientists call it.
I'm not familiar with this term.
Last one, guys. It's a two-parter. What is the most successful toy, in your opinion, of all time?
Not a franchise, just one single toy.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's open to however we want to say it right here. Like,
It's got to be one single toy, or the answer's.
So are we talking electronics? Are we talking about battery operated? Are we talking about no battery, no electricity?
let's go no battery, no electricity first. What would your thing be? Is it G.I. Joe? I mean, is it Transformers?
Ooh, I got to think on this for a moment.
Is it He-Man? I mean, obviously the answer is Barbie. The number one answer has got to be Barbie for the number one toy. But I'm just talking about in your mind, if
it was just one single thing and not like Barbie, because there's a million different types of Barbies you could buy, it's going to be a plastic bat.
Really?
There has never anyone grown up without a plastic, and it's just a plastic bat. That's all it is. Now with Barbies, you could say, well, they've sold more, but there's more types of Barbies, right? Just as a simple toy, plastic bat.
What is that is what you're going with, the most successful toy?
Yeah, plastic bat.
So mine would be, and this is I probably won't hit any.
Tim, what's your favorite toy of all time in that same category? Go ahead, Jay. My bad. I think I'm gonna have to go with He-Man. I know it's not a singular toy, but to me, He-Man might have been the greatest toy I've ever had. I mean, I had all the different action figures. I had Grayskull. I had Snake Mountain. I didn't have all, but I had the majority of the stuff that He-Man could ride around in. I mean, it came with like great accessories, a shield, a power sword, saddles, multiple different types of He-Man where you take the damage on the chest. I mean, Transformers were great, and even the mask. I know they wasn't in the same universe. The mask trucks and cars and figures, but I love those. I mean, I was never into G.I. Joes. It was mostly He-Man and Transformers and Ninja Turtles for me.
All right. So the best toy, non-battery, no plug into the wall, would be Lego. Not my favorite. Would be Legos. Would probably rival Barbie. But my favorite toy of all time was the big wheel that had the big wheel in the front and the two little wheels in the back. That was my best toy.
What is that?
The big wheel, the trike. It's a trike. It's foot driven.
Oh, tricycle?
It's got the
but
yellow
not-
seat. It's like the
Yeah.
Fisher Price thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fisher
for little
Price,
kids. I got
the
you.
big whale. That was my best toy. But I didn't.
Okay.
I was never an action figure guy.
I was a fat kid. I didn't like any stuff like that. I wanted stuff to play with. I wanted action figures.
I mean, that would be. I'd be curious to know, Tim. What's that list look like? Google that real quick. Best toy. I mean, what's the would be a top 10 on that? I'm just curious.
Like most successful toy, like sold the
Well,
most.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that would probably be the best. Tinker Toys was fun too.
I'm just going most popular toys of all time. Y'all ready for it?
Yeah.
Rubik's Cube, number 1.
Nice.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe 3, Tickle Me Elmo 4, Star Wars figures, Easy Bake Oven 6, Beanie Baby 7, Silly Bands, whatever that is, 8.
I can't not believe Tickle Me Elmo is up there with like the legends.
Dude, you got to remember they were killing each other over Tickle Me Elmo.
Went crazy over it. Crazy. Pure crazy over that stupid toy.
The Easy
and
Bake
the rest would be like the Tamagotchis. Lego's a good one. Are toys different now? What do you get y'all's as kids as toys?
Okay, so good question. This past, I mean, it's sort of like the same thing. It's just new shows like Bluey and Peppa Pig and all that bull. I mean, they want action figures and Mickey Mouse. Like my daughter's really into Mickey Mouse right now, wanting Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy and all that. So that's what we're dealing with right now is Bluey and Mickey and Minnie.
My kids just love toys. It doesn't matter. I mean, my son has a niche like in Legos and some figurine stuff, and then my daughter, she was a Barbie like doll girl. But they're aging into where toys they're not entertaining enough, if that makes sense, which sucks.
Does your kid play video games?
Yeah.
Good.
Tablets?
No, my mother-in-law bought my son a PS5.
What?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
Sure.
What game is he on?
We're playing Fortnite. Yeah, we're playing Fortnite and Madden.
Well, he's hearing all kinds of things on Fortnite. He is well versed.
Well, we played it. We play together, so like I can police that. You know.
So you can call the little kid whenever they yell at him. Edit.
Good?
Ronnie, is my son good?
Are you good?
We've been pretty good, me and him. We're running a little duo game.
Yes,
it's pretty fun. I mean, I want to play more Madden with him, but he gets bored with Madden in about a half. I want to do a season with him in Madden.
You got it figured out because you'll be able to get the NCAA football. I don't have any way to play it when it comes out.
Yeah, is that gonna be hard to get when it hits? Because people are all about buying that game. Like that's gonna be a deal.
When's the last time it came out?
2014. I have it on Xbox 360 in there.
You could probably sell a used copy for a pretty decent price, huh?
Well, it was sealed. It was a sealed copy that I found during the pandemic. My brother goes, "You have a copy of that?" Whenever it was burning up on eBay, I was like, "No, I don't." He started digging through, and he's like, "Here it is, right here." He goes, "You have it," and I could have sold it for like $300 or $400 during the pandemic, but you know what? I opened it and played it all during the pandemic, and I don't regret a single moment of it.
That is right. That is what you do.
Yes, I played it, and I'll still play it. I mean, I just hadn't had time to go in there and download new rosters, or I'd still be playing it. Those are the true OGs. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Rundown, May 25th. Always good being with you guys. Tim, Jay, love y'all. Get your minds right for October.
Appreciate you, boy.
Get you a light in there, Tim, before we go. Hit us in the comments, guys. What do you think about any of the topics we talked about? Fire away. What were we wrong about? What were we right about? Hit that subscribe button.